Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to do a first impressions on Estee Lauder's new hydrating foundation. In the winter, my skin tends to be a little bit more on the dry side, and especially with this crazy Tennessee weather, it'll be 30 degrees one day, 60 degrees the next. It's actually 68 degrees while I'm filming this video, so my skin has been going a little crazy the past few months, but normally I am more normal to oily. So you would think that I would like matte foundations, but I love a dewy, luminous look. So when I saw that Estee Lauder came out with this luminous hydrating foundation, I was very curious to give it a try because I used to love double wear. It's a little too heavy for me now because I've been liking a light to medium coverage. So I thought that I would give this new one a try since it's a buildable coverage. So if you want to see my thoughts on it, then just keep watching. So I don't know a whole lot about the foundation, so I pulled up the description on the Ulta app and I thought that I would read it really quick to y'all. That way you can find out more about it as well. And the name is a mouthful, so I thought that I would tell y'all the full name as well. So it's called the Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup. It is powered with high-performance Estee Lauder Skincare. Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup SPF 45 is a breathable, skin-loving makeup with a 12-hour radiant glow. This moisturizing makeup is infused with ion-charged water plus probiotic technology and chia seed extract. The buildable, medium to full coverage, lightweight formula immediately evens skin tone, covers redness, dark spots, and imperfections. Well, it sounds really good on paper, but let's see what it looks like on the skin. I'm going to apply it with a damp beauty sponge because that's how I normally apply my foundation, so I'm just going to do my normal routine, and I just made a little sample of it. Hopefully this is the right color. I got the shade Sand, which is 1W2. So we will see what it looks like on all over. I'm going to start off with just a light layer because that's how I would normally do it. And then I will build it so that I can see how it builds as well. Okay, so the color looks really good. It matches really well. Even this light layer, you can see it is covering my redness already. So for those of you who don't normally use a damp beauty sponge to apply your foundation, you can see I am pouncing the sponge, and you want to do that because if you rub, it will rub the product off. I do rub when I'm down here on my neck. That way I can kind of blur out the foundation on my neck. So far, I'm actually really liking it. It has a really pretty luminous look, and just that first light layer covered quite a bit. So if I was doing my normal face routine, my normal makeup routine, I would leave it at this layer because it covered enough for me. But I do want to see how well it builds because some foundations, it feels really heavy if you build, and then sometimes it starts separating. Overall, I do like the foundation. It has a really pretty radiant finish, which I love, and the coverage is really good as well. Even that first light layer covered quite a bit. If you like a full coverage, definitely do the 2 layers, but the 2 layers were a little bit much for me. Right now, it's feeling a little bit heavy, and I like my foundation to be a little bit more lightweight and more breathable. Right now, I feel like my skin can't really breathe, but that's just me personally. I know everybody is different and has different preferences. I kind of wish I would have stuck with the first layer, that way I could see how it felt, how I would normally do it. But overall, I think it is a good foundation. I am going to wear it a little bit longer, that way I can see how it wears throughout the day. So I'll go ahead and insert that later clip right here. So I filmed another video after I finished up this one. That is why I now have on a full face of makeup. And if you like this look, I already posted the tutorial, so I'll link it down below in the description bar. But as far as the foundation goes, I've had it on for I think about 4 to 5 hours, and I went running earlier, and I have to say it lasted really well during my run. It was 68 degrees here. It was so wonderful. Got a little hot, which I'm loving, so I got a little sweaty. So it did come off of my chin just a little bit from where I was kind of patting the sweat off, but it did get a little, it started breaking up a little on my chin before my run. I checked it before, that way I can compare the before and after, but other than that, everything else, like everywhere else on my face, looks really good and still on there. So definitely held up really well already. But I will say it does still feel a little bit heavy to me. So I definitely want to give it another try though with just the one layer. So that is it for my first impressions on Estee Lauder's new hydrating foundation. Hopefully this answers some questions y'all may have had about the foundation, or if you haven't heard of it yet, hopefully you learned a little bit more about it. But if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so you don't miss my upcoming videos. I post a new one every week, but I don't have anything else to say except thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video.